Good morning, welcome to Morning Outlook. This is Kim speaking on Wednesday the 15th of January. So looking at the euro dollar, and well, yesterday was a bit of one of those days I was wondering whether we'd see a continuation. In fact, it sold off until the afternoon there, then eventually rallied, although still closing down on the day. Data-wise, there was US data out. The inflation was pretty soft in the afternoon, which isn't really wasn't on target to where the Fed were really looking for. So another sort of soft figure coming in from the US. As for today, well, looking at this, it's not completely it's not completely clear here. It's really dependent. If it can break this 4-hourly 50, then we could be seeing a bit more bullishness here. That's sort of the key line in the sand for me here. At the moment, though, it's looking a bit on the soft side. The daily pivots below that may provide support. It didn't do too well yesterday, but it may provide some support if it gets down there. As I said, that 4-hourly 50 for the bullish side is the key point. For the bearish side here, maybe a break below this daily pivot. Could see us coming back and testing at S1 and yesterday's lows. So, as I said, but even as I said yesterday, I'm erring towards this sort of upper side on the euro at the moment. The pound, only technically, not fundamentally. The pound's getting itself into a bit of a more choppy sort of zone. Looks here technically that it could just roll over a little bit more in terms of its shape. It has put lower highs, lower lows in, and hasn't really done anything too much to counter that. And in fact, it's looking like it's almost putting a high in here as it's sort of turning and putting this little shooting star in, possibly for the close of the 4-hourly. Now, on that basis, we do have the daily pivot below, which could potentially be a target there. It was all minor divergence maybe across the highs there, so we'll see how it breaks out at post 8 o'clock, but that could be a move back towards its daily pivot. It certainly for most of yesterday looked quite the stronger of the pairs against the US dollar, but we'll see. I'm just looking. There was sort of probably a divergence across the off the two lows here yesterday, and which saw it have its sort of retracement there. But for now, as I said this morning, at least looking maybe for more downside. Dollar yen, as I said, well, it's not done anything more. It bounced into its monthly R2 yesterday. Pulled off a little bit, closed towards the lower side there. May still have further downside to go. The 4-hourly 21 may provide some support. If these currencies all start weakening off a bit though, watch out for the move back towards the double tops there. But it's so consolidated here, and as I often say, it's more of a bit more of a swingy type trade, that currency at the moment, with a smallish range of pips. Aussie dollar, again, consolidated small. The last couple of days, very tiny ranges here. It sort of looks like it wants to have another little shove up here, but when you come down the time frames, it's just consolidated and not well. How would I look to be bullish, or what would I look to be bullish, I should say, is really a move above that sort of 250 moving average. If you can push above there, maybe we'll see a bit more action and a break upwards towards the R1 at some point, but looking quite well, choppy and directionless at the moment. Canadian dollar, similar pattern in terms of just not really going too far. I was looking at this morning thinking I wonder if it would just break down towards the S1 area. but it's so unreliable. I just stand aside and leave that. So that's pretty much it. News-wise today, we got a Bank of England MPC member speaking at 8:40, which will affect the pound, or could affect the pound there. And then at 9:30, we got inflation, the CPI data, and all the rest of the inflation numbers coming out. So that's at 9:30. Aside of that, really, it's quite a quietish day through to 1:30. Core PPI, Producers Price Index, coming out there at 1:30, and then it's got another couple of FOMC speakers there at 4 and 5. So then maybe later in the day there'll be some volatility, but for the most, it's quite a quiet one. Have a great one. Bye for now.